to SandPit, the show that takes you into the enterprise behind the entrepreneur. Today we'll be talking to an entrepreneur that comes with a twist to an age-old service. My name is Usman Imana, and here with me is Ngozi. She is the founder of Pocket Lawyer. Hello, Ngozi.
Hello, Usman.
How are you doing? How are you today?
I'm very well. And you?
Fine.
Okay.
Now that we're done with the pleasantries, what is Pocket Lawyer?
Okay. Pocket Lawyers is a legal tech platform that offers affordable legal services to SMEs and startups.
So what is the main problem that you're solving?
Okay. In my years of practice, I've been in practice for over 10 years. I realized that over the years, I have so many people who approach me, my friends, family, colleagues, who own small businesses. I just realized that there's a gap. Some of them are even in present to realize that they need these services. Some people don't even know that they need these services, And then as I was offering these services, it just made me realize that if I can be doing this for this small portion of people, there's a whole lot more. And I was able to help them prevent a lot of, day-to-day issues that they face, in their businesses. Simple, with legal solutions.
Okay, so what are these services that we're talking about?
For example, there are people who run businesses with third parties, for example, whether it's suppliers, wholesalers, or whatever, without a contract. There are people who have staff, whether it's on contract basis or as a full staff, without any form of documentation. They fall into so many issues. I've heard so many stories of people taking clients or customers' money and running away, and you can't track the person. There is no guarantor. All of those little issues. And you have people who are running businesses without terms and conditions with their clients or their customers. Very, very big problem.
You said that you were in practice, you were called to bar.
Yeah.
And traditionally, what we know about lawyers is that you are called to bar, you either go and work as a lawyer, or you go into judiciary, or you go to court and,
argue
show
cases.
people shiggy.
Well, yes, you're right.
So tell me about your background. Why did you deviate from the traditional route that lawyers typically take?
First and foremost, my backstory is very funny because I never thought I would practice law because, first and foremost.
So we're talking to a rebel.
Yeah, absolutely. You could say that. I remember where I practiced for about 3 years. They used to call me hip-hop lawyer because I was on the other side of the spectrum. And then for me, even while I was studying law, it was almost boring, right? It was too regimented and this and this and that, the whole black and white thing.
Let me guess, you're a millennial.
You could say that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You could say that.
It comes with the generation.
Yes, you could say that.
Yeah.
And even when I was called to bar, I refused to buy a wig and gown.
Whoa.
Yeah, I borrowed. That was the beginning of it all.
Why did you study law?
I wanted to be a doctor, but I couldn't stand blood. And then I failed mathematics in SS1 and I flunked further maths and all of those things. And my father said, you know what? This is not your calling. So in SS2, I had to go to social science class and ended up topping the class in some subjects, even having not done SS1 with them. So, and then what's the next?
Naturally.
Yeah, then plus my father is also a lawyer.
Now
besides being a professor of sociology, he's also a lawyer. So it came natural.
Your dad is a professor.
Yes.
Okay, so now you're talking because you know how it is in Nigerian homes. If you're not a doctor, lawyer, accountant, or engineer, you have not gone to school.
Yes.
So let's go into the business itself.
Okay.
How big is the market that you are trying to address?
The market is enormous. It's huge. Unfortunately, I don't know if we have accurate statistics, but we all know that, especially with COVID, businesses have proliferated, especially digital businesses, online businesses are on the increase. And also because of the state of the economy, the average Nigerian always feels the need to, even if you have a job, have a side hustle. And
Which is a good thing.
It's a good thing. It's a fantastic thing because
the more businesses, more successful businesses we have, the more jobs.
Exactly. And if you look at successful economies around the world, they are mainly driven by small and medium scale businesses.
Yes, true.
So it's a step in the right direction. I saw statistics recently on CSC's website. Every month, they put out a list of the number of companies to register. And they did about over 1,000 in a month.
1,000 in a month.
Thereabouts.
So in a year, they would have done 12,000.
Thereabouts.
Businesses or there's a combination of non-profits.
Yes, trust, NGOs,
and
churches, and all of those things. Now, let's even do some statistics, and let's say 10% of those are actual businesses of 1,000.
That would be a problem if we're registering more NGOs and churches than businesses.
That's
So let's say 40%
40%.
are enterprises.
Good. And let's say out of the 40%, only 10% get to actually make it to actually operate a business.
Yeah.
So that's say 10% of 1,000. 10% of 1,000 is what?
100.
Is 100. Now, 100 that actually go into business every day.
No, every month.
Sorry, did I say 1,000?
1,000 a day.
1,000 a day, not 1,000 a month.
A day. So that means that in a month, where you have 30 days, that's 30,000 businesses.
Thereabout.
If you have 10% of that, that's 3,000 new businesses
thereabout
every month.
I mean, the market is huge.
So in terms of businesses, what sector does your service speak to the most?
Well, we focus more on small businesses. We were able to make it.
What industry? Are you guys more into fintechs, or are you into agribusinesses, or into services?
We have a demarcation of SMEs and startups.
Okay.
We need to make that clear demarcation because they have different needs.
Okay.
Right. And we have different services that, appeal to both structures. So now for the SMEs are, mainly online business, especially with the SMEs. We also have a demarcation of small and medium scale. With the small businesses, you have more people who do online businesses, young people who run
selling on
Instagram. Selling Instagram, all of those things. They still need to be serviced because we believe that a lot of these businesses can become bigger and even employ more people. Yeah. That runs across
all industries,
all segments.
So
all segments.
From people selling human hair,
yes, clothes,
shoes,
laptops, all of those things. Even people offering services. It doesn't have to be goods. It has to, services. People, I mean, there are young people these days who help people, run their digital marketing, so all of those things. Yes.
So you service every service, well, except lawyers.
Well, yes, because I mean,
yeah. How do you offer this service? Do you have a platform, or do people walk in? How do you deliver this business?
Okay, right now we're currently building the technology behind the business, because the idea is for it to actually be a legal tech platform, so they can actually access the services on the platform. But for now, whilst that is in progress, we are offering the services offline.
So you have a proof of concept.
Yes, we can start to build traction.
How many repeat customers do you have?
Okay, as it is, we have about 22.
22 customers.
22
businesses that you're
22
servicing.
Businesses. Now the
Over
interest.
what period of time?
We actively started in November.
So this
last
is
year,
your fourth
2020, thereabouts.
Okay.
And we've been putting out the word, and lawyers have been sending in their CVs.
Okay, so on the one side of the business, you have the lawyers that come in, and then you have customers.
The businesses.
How many lawyers does it take you to service these 22 customers?
Well, right now we're just 2.
So 2 lawyers. So
myself,
an average of 1 lawyer to 11 customers.
Yes, for now. But the ideal is 1 lawyer to 5 businesses.
To 5 businesses.
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to pay these lawyers? What does it take to onboard them?
Okay, the onboarding process is very simple. You come on the platform, the website. Yes, you come on the website. After you sign up, you submit your CV, you submit your call to bar certificates, and all of those certifications we need to be able to authenticate. Yes. And then after that, there's still a form that you would fill with all the details. And then after that, there's a virtual interview that we conduct to ensure that, and then of course, as time goes on, we also, because there are certain pillars upon which our business stands. For example, customer service is very important. We want to be able to ensure that the customer gets good customer service. The customer experience is paramount, besides, the brilliance of the lawyer and all of that.
So 1 customer to 5 businesses. So how does lawyer get paid?
The way we charge, it depends on the service. There are certain services
Are they paid salary or commission?
No. They are paid a commission. Yes.
Okay, so they get commission on
whatever any service they offer.
What percentage of the profit goes to the lawyer, and what percentage goes to the platform?
The platform takes 30%. The lawyer earns 70%.
Oh, okay. So if for instance you service a customer, and the margins on that service is 100 naira,
yes,
the lawyer will take 70 naira, and
the platform earns 30%.
Which makes sense. So let's go to the side of the business. What's the average cost per service?
Okay.
Or how much on the average do you make on a service to a customer?
We have 2 sets of packages. We have the retail packages. We also have the retainers. And we've broken the retainers down for it to be affordable. You can take a retainer for a month. Okay. You can take a retainer for 3 months.
How much is it monthly?
For the smallest size of business, it's 30,000 a month.
Okay, and the largest?
Well, it depends. At some point, corporations get so large that
They get so big that
they get so large.
you have to talk
Exactly.
one-on-one. You cannot
So
be-
that
you
one
can't-
is custom.
you cannot- So you have to customize
It's custom,
it for
yes.
them.
And it's
Okay.
also a fantastic way for bigger corporations, bigger businesses to outsource their legal
Their
department.
legal department.
Yes.
So let's say before you get to the ones that have become chairman, for non-customized, what is the ceiling in terms of
Okay.
retainership for
It's
non-customized?
about 3.5 million a year.
So for the smallest, it's 360K a year.
Yes.
Then for the biggest,
For the
3
biggest.
so it's between 360 to 3.5.
Yes.
Let's look at the retainership.
Okay.
Now, on that retainership, let's say you do a retainership of 10 million.
Yeah.
What percentage of that money is profit? What are your margins on retainership?
Now, let me say
In
this.
fact, you don't have to be specific.
Let me say
Because
this.
I know that it's very hard for people to come
Yes.
on this, to tell. You don't want village people to start knowing what we are,
Okay, let me say this. That price that we put out is professional fees.
Okay.
It doesn't include the cost of, say, for example, we need to go to CAC.
So which means that whole money
Yes.
is going to you.
Yes.
It's not cost. There's no cost of running the business there.
No.
Which makes it even better.
Now, the catch is this. When you get to the medium scale businesses, you have the option of having not just access to one lawyer, where you can build like a team. The more expensive it is, the bigger your corporation, right?
Yeah.
The more lawyers that, so you can have, say, for example, the highest one, you can have a team of 4 lawyers. It's not like that 3.5 million is giving you access to just one lawyer.
Let's say a business is on retainership for 30,000 naira.
Yeah.
That's in a year.
Yeah.
360,000 naira. How much on the average does it cost you to get a customer?
Well,
what's the customer acquisition cost?
The interesting thing is, the way I count my customers is per company.
Yes.
The beautiful thing about that is I have clients who have 2-3 companies. So
the 22 you have
might probably be 15 individuals.
15 individuals.
Yes, on the average,
Okay.
15
so
individuals.
let's look at it from companies.
Okay.
Because the unit of revenue is in
Is
companies,
on
not
companies,
in
on the individuals, yes.
What does it cost you to
acquire?
To acquire
Fine.
customer acquisition?
Right now, it's more of
Word
people
of
that
mouth.
I know. The way it started, some of these people that I have offered services to have referred other people to me.
So are these 22 businesses, are they on retainership?
No. They are not on retainership yet.
So
It's just one-off services.
So on the
Yes.
average, on those one-off services,
Yeah.
what kind of margins do you make on them?
It depends on the service. Sometimes we make 15, 20,000, sometimes 50, sometimes more.
How many services on the average do they do in a month?
Say 1.
One. So in a year, on the average, they will do 12,
About 12.
12 services.
Yes.
That's if they are not on retainership.
Yes.
But if they are on retainership, it could be more.
Yes, it could be more.
Right now is word of mouth.
Yeah.
But, when you're moving to the next level, what's the plan for how customers will find you?
Digital marketing, because it's an online platform. There are people who have cluster access to entrepreneurs. That's our target audience. People who have,
partnerships.
yes, we want to be able to leverage partnerships, collaborations with these people to be able to offer, say, for example, you offer digital marketing to entrepreneurs. You already have a cluster of, say, maybe 20 clients who also run businesses. So we can partner with you to be able to have access to your cluster, by either offering you discounted services.
So some kind of barter.
Yes, or a percentage on whatever service it is they patronize us for. Because you know what? We have realized that those kind of people have some form of higher access or control over these guys, because when you offer them service and they are good with you, anything you tell them to do, they will most likely, do. So that's another way that we want to be able to, access our target audience, besides, of course, digital marketing.
How do you service these users?
Well, right now, like I said earlier, we're running offline.
Okay, so you're servicing them manually.
Yes.
So you are testing the process offline.
Exactly.
And how is that proof of concept going?
Well, it's going good.
How many transactions have you been able to cover using the manual system?
As it is now, like I said, 22 businesses, about 15 users, because like I said, some of them have multiple businesses. We've been able to do, on the average, 30 transactions since November.
So there's going to be a platform, right?
Yes, it's in the works.
The platform can accommodate.
Will be automated.
It will be automated,
Yes.
and you can scale.
Absolutely.
So when is the platform coming live?
It should be ready for beta testing by end of July.
So when do you go live fully?
We should go
If you have a
live.
successful beta testing.
If we have a successful one, we should go live before the end of
Before
August.
the end of August.
Yes.
So when you go live between August and December, how large do you want to grow?
We hope to be able to do 1,000.
1,000. Okay. How are you going to get these 1,000 customers?
One, of course, I mean, it's a tech platform, so there's going to be a lot of digital marketing. We're going to be pushing that with a lot of content, a unique kind of content, because we're going to be doing a lot of storytelling.
Storytelling in terms of scenario painting, or are you going to use thought leadership?
Thought leadership, scenario painting. Now, the scenarios are not just scenarios of our experiences over the years to show you why, as an entrepreneur, you should patronize this service. And also the stories of people who have patronized. Yes.
So you're going to have testimonials.
Of course, definitely, absolutely.
So how, compared to the service in the way it is offered traditionally, how much cheaper are you? I mean, with tech, I'm assuming that it will be more convenient, but how much cheaper are you? So let's say a service is brick and mortar traditionally costs 100 naira.
Yes.
How much would yours
It should cost about 70 naira.
70 naira, so like 30% cheaper. Cheaper, okay.
That's what we're going for.
Okay. On the average, what would your customer acquisition cost be?
I mean, with content creation and digital marketing, customer acquisition should be about 5,000 per customer.
So, I mean, 5,000 per customer, you can grow to 1,000.
1,000.
Now, how much do you think you'd be able to make when you have 1,000 customers?
On the average, that is for people who take both the retainer services and those who do retail. We want to be able to do an average of, say, 50,000.
So 50,000 per customer. So if you have 1,000 customers, that's 50 million naira.
Yeah.
So on the average, right now, based on what you've seen in the business, what is the percentage of customers that you have, the percentage of those that are on retainership to your total number of customers?
Right now, there's none on retainership. I have hinted it to them, and they are willing to take, because right now, I mean, the service they're getting is fantastic. Funny enough, a lot of them also at the point where they are transiting. They are going from, doing business without structure to putting more structure into their businesses. So we hope that by the time we are getting to the point where the platform is ready, they are also ready to be able to sign on to the retainer. Yeah.
If you plan to grow to 1,000 to 50 million by the end of 2021, where do you see yourself at the end of 2022?
We need to be able to do 10,000.
So you want to 10x what?
Yes, we want to 10x.
Would it be at the same customer acquisition cost?
We hope to be able to.
No, let's not hope. Based on, I mean, your knowledge of, marketing and all, how much lower do you think you can take your customer acquisition cost?
We want to be able to do 1,000.
So you want to move down from 5,000 to 1,000 in terms of customer acquisition.
Yes.
So if you are moving to 10,000, it means that you want to take 9,000 new customers. That would be 9 million naira in terms of digital spend.
Absolutely.
To be able to grow to 10x. And you still think that you can do an average of 50,000 naira per customer for the year?
Yes.
So that's 10,000 customers, 50,000 customers. That's 500 million naira.
That's 500
at the end
million.
Of 2021.
Yeah.
Okay. Off the top of your head, if you were to put a figure to the percentage that would be retainer and the percentage that would be
retail,
what do you think the mix would
be? To be able to do 30% retainer.
30% retainer.
30% retainer.
And 70% can be. Do you have anything like sweeteners on your platform that customers benefit from or lawyers benefit from? What will make them come and what will make them stay?
As it is, we're literally going to be building a community. There is going to be a community where even the entrepreneurs on themselves can interact with each other and even do business.
Okay.
Yes, we want to be able to enable that. That even aside, there are certain services or certain things that the entrepreneurs will also be able to have access to. For example, free advisory.
How do you prevent lawyers from taking customers off the platform and doing their side business with them without paying the platform?
As much as possible, we would ensure that the quality of service you're going to get, you probably will not be able to get elsewhere.
No, but it's the same lawyer that is giving you that service on the platform that is pulling you out to do it on their own.
We don't carry that liability. That's why, as much as possible, we want all the transactions just to be on the platform so that we can track.
What are the milestones that you have achieved in your business that you'll be able to say that you have blown?
For us as a business, 100,000 users.
100,000 users.
Yes.
So if you have 100,000
users will be with an average of 40% retainer,
Do the businesses have to be registered?
preferably. And that is also part of why we're also going to be driving this conversation with a lot of content. First and foremost, I mean, for you to even be able to do any legal business, any form of business, you must be a registered company.
How many registered companies do we have in Nigeria?
Well, statistics show that we have 3.1 million registered businesses in Nigeria and counting.
And counting.
Yes.
Do you have an idea of how many of those businesses are active?
About 20% of them are active. That comes to about 780,000.
Okay.
We are trying to, we want to target 100,000 of those. Once a business is registered, whether it's a business name or is it limited.
Oh, okay. You can work with business and registration of business. And the truth is, a lot of the traditional law firms don't work with small businesses. They are, and I can tell you for free that of the 700 and something thousand, maybe it's just about 5 or 6% that are big concerns.
Yeah.
The remaining will be small and
medium scale.
medium scale businesses that would not even get legal representation.
Absolutely.
So it's very possible.
That's why we're creating that niche. We're going into that niche.
I mean, I like it. It's a very, very good disruptive strategy to go from the bottom of the market. People all around the world, anywhere you democratize a luxury, it's the quickest way to actually make money. So it actually makes sense. Your next level is 100,000.
Yeah.
What resources would you need to take you from where you are today to get to that 100,000 users?
Well, we'll be needing $250,000.
What would this go into, aside from customer acquisition?
It will go into, of course, expanding the platform so that we can, absorb more, automate
users.
The system even more.
Okay.
Right.
So a lot of it will go into technology.
A lot of it will go into the technology.
Are you going to be hiring more lawyers?
If we're going to be recruiting more lawyers, we need to be able to have the system through which they come in needs to be increased so that we can go through the process of screening them and verification and all of those things. So
if you grow to 10x and you are doing an average of 50,000 naira per business, that's 500 million revenue that can come in.
Yeah.
What kind of funding would you be looking at? What would you be willing to give off for $250,000?
We're looking at 15%.
15%. So that puts you at a valuation of 1.7 million.
Yes, $1.7 million. Yeah.
At 10,000 users, if you make an average of 50,000 naira per user, that's annually 500 million naira at the end of 12 months. Walk me through the process from customer acquisition to a transaction and then profitability. Let's walk through a unit transaction.
Okay. You sign up as a user. Then you come on the platform, you create a profile. You have a profile on the platform. On that profile is your name, the name of your business, what sector is your business in, and all of that. Then you are able to send like a message of what it is you want to do. We receive that message back end, process it, and then attach a lawyer to you based on your area of business, the sector of,
So my question, the next question is, do you have a list of services that you can pick on?
Yes.
So say you want an agreement.
Yes, of course. We have all of that. You want to register a company. You need like terms and conditions.
For you to want to register a company, it means that you can come on board when your company is not registered.
Yes, exactly.
But before you can have proper transactions, you must go through that registration.
Yes, preferably.
Because you would not offer services to an entity that is not registered.
Exactly.
Okay. So that means if you're registering your profile, there will be a spot that says registered business.
Yes.
So if you don't have a registered business, you can't access
and all the other services. Yes.
Okay. So, and each of those services has a price tag.
Yes.
But if you are on a retainership, do you get a discount on all those prices or?
Well, the way it works, some services have price tags, some don't, because there are certain services that we offer. Yeah. Like, for example, you want to register a business. There are businesses that you need a share capital of 1 million, 2 million, 5 million.
You can click on a service and then it asks you
request a quote.
Question, and then
you request a quote. For the ones that are not fixed, you request a quote.
Okay.
Based on what it is you want to do, then we send you a quote.
So aside from the lawyers that are working more or less freelance.
They are freelance. They are freelance.
How many people do you have on the team?
I have 4 partners on the project. We have a chief technical officer, Sheyo Mole. Then we also have, I have a CLO, a chief legal officer, that's Roti Adibambo. Then I also have a marketing officer / communications, Emeka Beniro. So 4 of us make up the team, and we're all co-founders of Pocket Lawyers.
So you're willing to give out 10% equity for 250,000?
50%.
15%,
yes.
for $250,000. and that would take you, that would be able to help you scale to 10,000 users. 10,000 users, if you do an average of 50,000 per annum per user, you'd be able to do 500 million at the end of the period. All things being equal, it doesn't seem too shabby. It's good business, especially in Nigeria. It was really nice speaking with you. Do you have anything you want to tell our retail investors out there in case people are interested in doing business? Why should they invest in Pocket Lawyer?
Okay. Why you should invest in Pocket Lawyer is the figures speak for itself. 2, we are doing is very highly scalable. It's solving a very, very big problem.
And it's also creating jobs.
It's also creating jobs. So, I mean, it's a win-win across board.
Okay, but in most cases, we've seen that people don't really invest in businesses. They invest in the entrepreneur. Tell us something about yourself.
This is a combination of my journey in life. You know, coming to the point where I came up with the idea of Pocket Lawyers is a combination of everything that I've experienced personally, and it's something that I am really very, very passionate about. It's something I'm really, really very passionate about. And I mean, it's my own way of having a voice in the legal space. It's something that I know that I'm all in for.
So you've heard it, guys. $250,000 for 15% of Pocket Lawyers, dependent on the platform going live and being able to grow to 1,000 users by the end of 2021. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down here. It brings us to the end of this edition. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and spread the word. Thank you.